What is up, everybody? Eddie Soundhead back again with another episode of NASCAR Heat 2 Championship Mode. And today we are at the second race at Atlanta. Took a little bit of time off of this series to enjoy Speed Weeks, basically, and the week leading up to the Daytona 500 as we have some early contact with Ryan Newman. But as you see, I qualified towards the front. Qualified about 7th, not using a setup. Still rolling on the hard difficulty, so it's really going to start to show just how easy or challenging that'll be. So if this is too easy, we'll beef it up. But we're already up into third, so hopefully these guys will start to put up a fight. We get by Logano here on the inside. We got my boy Keselowski. We'll get into the back of him just a little bit. So how about that Daytona 500, man? That one was crazy. These Daytona 500 gets a little bit weirder every year, I feel like. Something ridiculous happens in it. Either it was a crash fest last year, or it was a kind of a crash fest this year, too, with a wacky ending. So, well, I guess there was a wacky ending last year as well, because everybody ran out of gas. What can you do, I guess? So, I was entertained. I guess that's all that matters. Still battling with Keselowski. This is a good fight right here. Let me by, dude. I want to lead some laps. Getting his draft, I might be able to get him to the outside. Not using a setup like I said. So it only took us nearly, let's see, we close. So if we clear him off the corner, it took us 4 laps to go from 7th to the lead. So that's not crazy unbelievable, but still feels a tad too easy. So maybe we'll bump it up after this race if we feel like it continues to be too easy. But we've got the lead for now. Let's hold on to it. And coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time, we will win the first stage after getting by Keselowski on lap 4 and then just leading them all home. So, pretty good start, that's for sure. Alrighty, here took a couple of backers, played a little strategy game here. Not really gonna matter though. Ooh, contact. Ooh, man, we got sideways. Get off the apron. Get off the apron. Not a good restart for me. Wow, that sucked. Rip. Let's get in that draft though, and we should be okay. Wasn't too hard to get back up. We're in 7th, where we started last time. Get by Cabre. How do you say this guy? And oh God, we're 4 wide.
4 wide, 4 wide. Come on, man.
No. Ah, dang it. That sucks. Alright, so, tried 4 wide in the tri-oval. I remember one time at Charlotte, David Gillen tried that in a Nationwide Series race, and it did not go well for him, and I feel like I just did the same exact thing. So rip me, I guess. And wow, and I'm already spun. Thanks, Carl, or whoever that is. I'm so used to that 66 being Carl Long. I don't even think it's him anymore. And the caution's out. All right. Too bad. Restarts. Back to back. Not the ideal situation, but it is still only the second stage, so we've got some time to recuperate and get back on the horse, if you will, and try and win another race. That is Carl Long. Why was I thinking that's not Carl Long? Huh. I don't know. I guess I'm losing it, folks. Gone. Been up for way too long. Been having a hard time sleeping at night. Not sure why, but I need a new mattress anyway. That's unrelated as hell, though. So back to the race. Inside of David Reagan there for 3 wide. With Brendan gone on his outside. Doing the same thing Casey Kane and Ricky Stenhouse. Got McDowell in that 34. Chris Buescher, he had a good run going in the Daytona 500. He was up towards the front near the end. Can't remember if he was one of the guys who got wrecked, though. Might have been. I can't remember now. It was such a wacky finish. I don't remember who finished 2 and who wrecked. All I know is Bubba was 2nd and Austin Dillon won. So I guess I remember a few more spots than that, but it was just such a wacky race. Like I wasn't even prepared for it. Speaking of Austin Dillon, there he is, and we're getting by him. Looks like we'll get Jones for 15th here on the outside. I was a little bummed he crashed during the 500. Well, I wasn't a little bummed. I was a lot of bummed, and we will finish stage 2 in 15th. Yeah, that had a tough showing in the 500. Both my guys I was rooting for crashed fairly early, I guess. Brad crashed in like the middle of the second stage or in the later part of the second stage. So I was bummed about that. One of these days, Brad is going to win that Daytona 500. It has to. Or he has to. I don't see a way that his bad luck there. It's always in the 500 too. He either crashes or he finishes like 3rd. Every time. But I was happy for Bubba Wallace, who I've sort of adopted as my 3rd favorite driver as of late. I'm not quite drinking the Kool-Aid just yet because I know he's lacking some sponsorship. But I hope he does well. I know he just got picked up by Smithfield for like 6 races. I read that headline earlier today. So there's that. And we're back up towards the front, ladies and gents, but we do have to pit. So that's going to be pretty interesting because I think we're going to have to do it under green flag, barring no cautions. So, oh God. Okay, that was shaping up to be another 4-wide scenario right there. I'm going to avoid those like the plague from now on, considering how the last one went. Because we're up into 3rd and going to squeeze through the middle for 2nd. Ooh, contact with Johnson. And we got Truex up here leading the race. Go figure. Really interesting to see how the Camaros stack up on these 1.5 mile sort of cookie cutter style tracks. Wonder if they'll put up a fight with the Toyotas this year. We all know Ford's not going to, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm ready for another Brad 2013, basically, where it comes to Keselowski. So hopefully Jones has some success, and so does Bubba. All right, we're going to try a little green flag pit. Oh, God, that was close. Hold on to it. We're good. Oh, my God, Jimmy, why would you do this? Just hold on. Why is this thing so loose? And I'm crashed. Why can I never just get it corralled when trying to do pit stops under green? It never works for me. So another failed green flag pit stop. I think we were on like a hot streak in the career mode where I did 2 green flag pit stops, like both, and I actually made it in. One of them was at Auto Club. I don't remember where the other one was, but I actually had 2 green flag pit stops. I had never done them before. And I actually made it onto pit road and didn't get like any penalties. So the hot streak of successful pit road entrances ends at 2 because I absolutely killed the wall trying to go into that one. Get to the outside of Bernard here. It looks like a lot of these guys got some damage from that first crash. Doesn't really surprise me. 3 wide outside. Got Blaney up here, looking forward to it. I say Bubba's my 3rd. Really, there's like a bunch of guys that are like in the 3rd through 6th positions of my favorite drivers, but they all just kind of tie randomly, so there's no order. Anyway, Blaney's in there. Obviously, Bubba's in there. I like Alex Bowman. There he is. He's probably in there somewhere. I like Kurt Busch. He's my spirit animal. Every time I get mad at this game and I cuss, I'm like, I'm doing a Kurt Busch right now. Back in the day. He seems to have cleaned it up pretty good. I'm proud of Kurt. Hopefully you can keep it like that. Making our way through here with the laps winding down, actually. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it back to the front. We've only got about 4 laps to go. Truex has got a pretty decent lead. Try the outside here around Newman. Hamlin. Right here. He had a tough showing at Daytona. He kind of made an ass of himself, really. Not that he really did anything wrong, but it just seemed like after the race he kind of handled things poorly. And I know he and Bubba got into a heated discussion and all that stuff. But the actual on-track incident where they had like the wall scraping after the, at the finish line, basically, I thought that was just kind of mutual hard racing. But I guess they were pretty mad about it. 3 to go here. Get by Logano going into this corner if we can. Oh, and he helped me up a little bit. That's no good. He's had some serious damage on that car, too, for running second. And now we're about a quarter of a straightaway behind, maybe half a straightaway behind Truex. But the corners is where we make up all that ground. So coming on to lap 43 here. That'll give us 2 laps to go. This is going to be kind of close, actually. I don't know. We'll be able to get him, I think. Can't imagine if I lose this race, the amount of anger is going to be off the charts. So we're within drafting distance now. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm going to try a little high side to get a run off the top. See if I can get by him going on the straightaway here. Get this draft, probably give me a better chance. Try low here. White flag is out. Last lap of the race. And we have a last lap pass. A little bit of contact there. But we're going to get him. All right. Now I just need to not suck for a half a lap. Can he do it? Probably not. But I will try, and I have pretty much succeeded. As we come through the tri-oval, checkers is waving. And we win. 2 races in a row at Atlanta. I will most definitely be bumping up the difficulty to 105 because that was way too easy. And there are your final race results. Nothing really too suspect. A couple of car numbers that need to be approved there, it said. That's funny. So, first points, 2 wins. Brad is behind us in second. Get the Folds of Honor trophy, and we'll head back to the shop. Alrighty. Atlanta in the books. Next up is Las Vegas. Should be a pretty decent race, so I'm going to go ahead and bump that difficulty up immediately to custom 105, just to give us a little added challenge. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is this episode in the books. Thank you all for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next one.